Beautiful Pisces, this is Tammy from Spot On Psychic Readings, and I'm here to do your reading for the end of July. And before I start, I just want to thank you all so much for all of your likes and subscribing to my channel and all of your support. And I love reading your comments. I read every single one of your comments, and each and every one of you just means the world to me. So I can't do this channel without you, and thank you so much for your support. So let's get started with your reading tonight and see what's coming up. Pisces, okay? So I've got the Enchanted Path cards for you all tonight because Pisces is on an enchanted path, okay? Not even kidding about that. You are. All right, I'm feeling it. I got the goosebumps already. So let's see what's coming up, Pisces. I like to pull the cards by feel, and that way I can kind of feel what's in your energy and in the cards before I actually, turn them over to read them. So let's see what's coming in, Pisces. Hot card there. Ooh, rescue. Okay. We'll see where that goes, okay? Another hot card. Some of these have more energy than others. Oh, here's the magic prayer card. Okay, so your prayers are being answered, Pisces. This is a really special card. We'll stop right there and then I'll pull the rest of the cards. The first card that came up is Rescue. It was a hot card. And sometimes I feel the cards like with the heat. They'll feel hot or cold, or they'll feel magnetic, different things. These felt warm or hot. And I feel like some of you have been praying for a rescue. Like you've had a difficult situation, you've needed somebody to come in or some force to come in and change things, kind of rescue you, kind of pull you out of that. And that's what you're getting. Some of you may feel like you're standing at the top of that waterfall, kind of like the way you feel when you're on a high dive and you don't want to dive in, and I feel like that's it for some of you. And there is help coming because there's the hot air balloon coming to rescue that person, okay? My nose just started itching. Usually that means somebody's coming. My grandmother used to always say when your nose itches, somebody's coming. And I think who's coming is your rescue, because it's right there on the card, right there. So your prayers are being answered. Let me finish pulling these by feel. I just wanted to tell you about that because it was coming in so strongly. Okay, let's see where these are going, Pisces. So I'm going to tell you about these cards, and then I'm going to go over to some other deck of cards and get more information, okay, clarification for this. So it's interesting, this came up side by side, Ghostlands and Home. So some of you may be feeling like you're living in a ghost town. Some of you may be feeling like you're in a home that's ghosty, that's haunted, okay, and you need to clear it. Get rid of those ghosts because they'll drain your energy. Some of you may just be feeling like you want to go somewhere else because where you're living doesn't really work very well for you. This is very much a portal card. Some of you may have portals in your home because, again, these two came up side by side, okay? And I feel like for some of you, your home may be causing some sort of a conflict because this did come up in the conflict position, okay? It's right next to the details card. I feel like for some of you, and this came up upside down, so I feel like for some of you, Pisces, you're just dealing with so many details and you're really over it. Like life is just causing you, maybe you've got clutter going on because you just can't keep up with like your mail coming in every day, or, simple things like that. And it just feels like the details of life are really bugging you, really getting you down, and that's why you're needing a rescue also, okay? If you have spirits in your house, Pisces, like this first card, this is the significant card here in this reading for a lot of you, and it's a collective reading, so it won't resonate for everybody, but here it is. I'm going to keep it real here. Some of you may have spirits in your house that are causing you to feel disorganized. You know, bad spirits or ghosts can cause a variety of things. It can cause arguments. It can cause feeling drained and tired all the time. It can cause mold, believe it or not, or either the mold brings in the spirits. I'm never sure which way that goes, but mold is very connected to bad spirits, okay? And sometimes all this feeling cluttered and disorganized and confused and like overwhelmed is being caused by energetic activity, okay? So what I'm saying is, if you get rid of this, you get rid of this, okay? And it's not 100% because, you know, life is detailed. Life can be complicated and, you know, cause clutter or whatever, cause you to lose your mind. But this is making it worse, this ghosty card, okay? And again, it's not for everybody, but you'll know. I know you'll know if you're feeling it, you know, in your home. So some of you want more solitude, or either you feel like you've got too much solitude. This is the solitude card. You may be feeling like you're out in this swamp kind of by yourself, or you may be feeling like you want to be out there by yourself. Take it as it resonates, okay? And this is the card of forging ahead, okay? It says it's stuck in the mud, but this elephant is forging ahead, and maybe you've been through a period of time where things have been heavy. Things have been hard to keep trudging through, but you are getting that rescue that I saw earlier, okay? So for some of you, this elephant may be a totem, maybe an animal totem for you. The elephant has a lot to do with ancient wisdom, you know, old ancient wisdom and really good memories. You know, elephants are known to have good memories, and they live a long time, and they're just very sturdy. You know, they just go where they want to go. They're very brave, but they're, you know, elephants are really nice totem, you know, for sure, for some of you. Here is the Magic Stream card, okay, and it's got a stork or a blue heron. What are the white birds that look like the blue heron? I can't think of it at the moment. For some of you, that may be your spirit animal, okay? And they're very connected with spirit and 5D and spirit guides, the bird here, okay? They're actually big in real life. So this is having to do, this magic stream, so interesting. It is having to do with you doing your soul purpose and it being reflected back to you. Okay, so people that you meet in daily life are reflecting back to you your gifts. Okay, so pay attention to that, because this is your guide. You know, this is having to do with a guide around you, guiding you into where you're supposed to be. And you are creating this magic stream. It's a flow of energy, and it's you with your magical Pisces gifts. It is. And a lot of you are using those, and I feel like for some of you it's feeling a little overwhelming. You know, it's a lot. You came in to do a hard birth lesson this time. You know, a lot of you came in with a big mission, and so it's hard. I mean, it's just the way it goes, unfortunately, but you're getting where you need to go, and this is really reflective of your beautiful gifts that you are sharing with people that you came here to share, okay? Okay, set your intention, Pisces. Set your intention on where you want to go, and this is the egg. It's going to hatch. This is a wise owl representing psychic abilities and intuition. And this is saying, you know, just pay attention to what it is that you want in your life and bring that intention forth, okay? So let's see what else is coming in, Pisces. I'm loving this reading for you so far. They've given you some very interesting things to think about there, I think. I'm pulling some traditional tarot cards by feel right now. Wow. Look at this, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is new beginnings, and this goes right in with you getting a break from whatever it is that you needed a rescue from. Whatever you needed a rescue from, there it is. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. And help coming in your magic prayer card. So this is a new beginning. Let's ask a little more about that. Let's see what else they want to tell us about that, okay? You have so many gifts, Pisces. You know, you have a lot of depth. You have a lot of amazing abilities to listen and hear on a whole higher level than a lot of people do. Yeah, here's your guide. Here's the Hierophant. Sometimes this represents commitment, but what I'm hearing right now is this is coming across as your spirit guide. And I feel like, you know, I saw your spirit guide in that other card with that bird, you know, representing your spirit animal. You've got a lot of spirit beings around you in this reading that are having to do with, hey, we're taking care of you. Hey, you're on your life path. Hey, you're getting a rescue. We're hearing your prayers. You know, you're being heard. You're hearing other people, and the guides are hearing you. Okay, that's how I take this. That's amazing. And you know, this Ace of Pentacles is not only a new beginning. I forgot to tell you, this is a new beginning with money. This can be a financial windfall, Pisces. This is super good. And you've got this guide right next to you, so you're on your path. You are so on your soul path, Pisces. You might feel like you're in limbo, but you're not. You're on your soul path. Okay, there's a man here, King of Wands. Okay, this is a very magnetic person who's very warm. He can be a father, and I'll see what's coming up with this King of Wands, but I get this feeling of magnetism with him, like he's drawing people to him. There's a real warmth here about this King of Wands. So let me see what they have to say about that. What about all of this? Oh, there might be somebody. There's a Five of Swords. Five of Swords just had to jump in there, right? You know, and this has to do with somebody who wants to maybe attack your reputation, or somebody who's arguing, or somebody argumentative or something like that. But it's not this King of Wands, because he came up upright. So let's see what's happening with that. Yeah, so you may have already gone through this, Pisces, or this King of Wands. I think this King of Wands father figure did. I feel like there was a situation of somebody attacking the reputation of this King of Wands, and feeling like they were in this oppressive situation with this Eight of Swords. Okay, I feel like this has already happened. Let me ask a little more on this, okay? What else does Pisces need to know about that? Okay, either there is or was justice on that. This may have been a legal situation. It's coming out fair and square, okay? It looks like it turned out in the favor of this King of Wands energy. Take it as it resonates. Could be a Queen of Wands, but I read the cards as they come up. You know, they gave me King of Wands for a reason. So you can adjust it, you know, to your particular situation or story if you need to. Yeah, look at this. Here's justice and judgment side by side. So there was some legal situation that turned out okay, turned out fair, okay? So that was around this person who I feel like was a father for some of you in some way. There was some kind of legal thing there. And it looks like that's okay now. Let's see what else the cards have to say, Pisces. Some of you may be feeling a little discontent, and this card wanted to jump up too. Some of you want to move. Some of you, this is the Knight of Wands. Some of you are wanting to move because you're feeling bored, or you're feeling discontent, or you might be in this ghosty energy and you want to move. You know, we talked about that earlier, but this is the moving card. This is wanting to, you know, like things are in the air, you want to move, or somebody's moving, and there's just this feeling of, okay, I'm kind of bored, I'm kind of discontent, and let's stir things up. Let's stir things up and get things going, and get rid of all these details. Let's see if there's anything else in this deck you need to know. Yeah, you do. Wow, two aces. Look at this. Here's an Ace of Wands. So this came up right beside the moving card, and I feel like for some of you, you may be moving, Pisces. You may be moving to a new house. because again, this home card came up in the first deck when I first pulled it as a conflict, bit of a conflict, and now they're saying moving, new beginnings. And Ace of Wands can have to do with, family, relationships, love, warmth, career in some ways. Some of you may be changing jobs, but this looks more like changing homes, like kind of a new beginning in maybe this home atmosphere, because they're really talking a lot about homes and houses and things like that here. Let's see if there's anything else in this deck, and then I'm going to switch over to the angel deck. I'm going to see what the angels have to say about this. Okay, here's the Six of Cups, and this can be family. This can be a family card, children. This can be, often it's someone from the past, or feeling like there's nostalgia, maybe childhood memories and that sort of thing that's coming up. This can have to do with parents, grandparents, grandchildren, family. Family is really strong in this. And, there was this father card earlier with the legal situation, so all of that's probably connected and stirred up a little bit. Here is the Hope card. This is also an Aquarius card. It can, for some of you, represent Aquarius energy in somebody you're dealing with, okay? I also always think of this card, it's divine protection and divine order and things like that. But it also has 3 women on it, which I always think of as 3 sisters. Some of you may have 3 sisters, or maybe a mother with 2 daughters and that sort of thing. Also Aquarius energy. Anything else? Pisces. And by the way, this is coming up right next to moving and new beginnings. So I feel like with this in the family card, so there's something about children in this picture. Daughters, children, sisters, moving, new beginnings, maybe a new house, and the feeling of a rescue. The feeling of somebody's coming in to help. Maybe not just rescue you, but somebody's coming in to help. So, no, they're saying go to this deck. Okay, I thought I was going to the angel deck. We're going to do this one, get one more detail. Feels like they have something to tell you here. So hang in there with me, Pisces. Let's put this whole picture together. This is such good stuff coming. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of chatter about you. I feel like you might have somebody talking about you, might be doing something that is noteworthy. People are talking about you, might be in the news. Also, this may have to do with people gossiping about you, but really nothing else here in this reading is showing me bad people, So I think people are talking about you on a good note there. You may have felt like you have wasted time or wasted resources. You can see these little mice eating up the corn, ruining all the corn. You might have felt like you've gone through a period of time that was a waste, okay? And I don't feel like it was. I feel like you were on your path. It was a hard path, but we'll see what the cards say. You're going to be getting some kind of message or letter or card with really significant information where you're going to know that was not a waste, okay? You're going to see how that turns out with divine order for you, okay? You're going to see how whatever you are feeling like was a waste of time or money or whatever is going to turn around in your favor, all right? It's one of those clouds with the silver lining, okay? Yeah, so this is the Tower card, but in this deck it's not traditional Tower, okay? This is more about government agencies. Some of you may be working for some sort of agency or organization, some sort of authority organization, that sort of thing, okay? May have to do with some kind of grant from the government or that sort of thing, because I get this letter, right next to it that's coming up, so there may be some sort of, help in that way, okay? So here's, this is the path. Wow, this is the crossing paths card, like which way do we go? You're going to have a lot of options here, Pisces. This is a lot of options. Like, where does that road go? Which one do you want to, road number 1, road number 2, 3, 4, go back? You don't want to go back. I'm just kidding about that. But you're going to have a lot of options. That's what this is saying. Your path can lead in several different directions, and they're all good. They're all equal. I don't see anything bad down any of those pathways, okay? So super good there, but you do have a new path, and it's got a lot of options, okay? Here's somebody is a closed book. Somebody's not telling you everything, or you're being a closed book. Maybe you've got things you just don't want to share. This can represent a journal. This can represent maybe you've written the book. This can also represent maybe you've read the whole book and you closed it, you're done with it. Okay? Take it as it resonates, because there is still a little candle flame next to it, so it's still got some light, and it's still there. You could either be getting ready to read it, or you've already read it, and that sort of thing. But I feel like maybe you're closing the book and leaving it behind, because it's right next to this options, the path. And I feel like, all right, we're closing that chapter, and we're going to take one of these pathways. So there's not just one new beginning. I mean, it showed up in several of the cards. There's several new beginnings here, Pisces, which is really exciting. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, they want me to pull at least one angel card. Let's see what the angels have to say for you before I let you go. If you've watched this far, thank you so much. I love to see what happens at the end. Okay, whatever it is you want, do not compromise on it. Don't compromise, okay? See if there's anything else, Pisces, before I let you go. So whichever one of those pathways you want to go on, don't compromise. Do the one that you feel is most with your intuition. Oh, and be brave. Be brave. You have angels next to you, Pisces, so make bold, brave choices, okay? So I'm going to leave it there right now, and thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you, and thanks so much for your comments. I read them all. I love your comments. So thank you. I love you all, and I'll see you again soon. Have a good one.